dude.
What's up, buddy?
You bringing Uncle Dale a flower? Go find Mama. Go get back in bed now.
Thank you, Gus.
Hey, where's Mama? Go find Mama, dude. No. Don't touch that. And you see, this is what I have to deal with. This isn't like professional. Go. Okay,
Hey.
Go find Mama in the shower.
What?
Go find Mama in the shower. Go. Hurry up. Run around fast.
My whole life is interrupted by
No.
kids.
My clothes are messed up.
Your covers are messed up. Go tell Mama. Daddy's a busy bud. Go tell Mama. Hurry up.
She'll get out of the shower for you, I promise.
Yeah, go.
I'm gonna time you.
I'm going to see how fast you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Find Mama. Dude.
Hey, my life is like that.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by kids all the time, like nonstop. So trust me, I get it.
That's just one, huh?
Yeah, that's just one, dude.
So let's just get to that, dude. What is it like?
For us,
You can't see this on YouTube, but, well, Gus, go find Mama again. Go knock on the door. Let her know you're there. Go.
But she's really in the room.
Okay, go.
What?
Go find her.
go tell Pip to fix your covers.
No.
And yeah. Oh, man.
Pip, hey, Gus,
Gus, I need you to go find Mama, dude.
you got good hair too, Gus.
Yeah, he does have good hair.
You got good hair. He said, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. We're going to stop this. Welcome back, all my girl boys out there. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you probably recognize my guest here. This guest, people have asked, when is he coming on? I heard you're going to have him on. I've heard you mention him. Well, he's here tonight. Thankfully, I appreciate it. And if you're a fan of reality TV and you have watched the TLC show Outdaughtered, you have recognized this gentleman who has captured the hearts of America,
That's right.
has made being an uncle fun and famous, and has also, in my heart and eyes, captured the hashtag better than Uncle Jesse
Yeah, all day.
all day. Dale Mills, thanks for coming, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you inviting me. It's been a long time coming.
I know we have been.
I've been saying I'm going to do it, but timing and kids, and we're always busy. So.
I know. I think we've talked about it since like Lou's show.
Yeah.
And then we had life and baseball and basketball and golf and all this other stuff.
Oh,
and
man. Work and then
Yeah.
kids and life. It's just,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's always crazy.
You've only got 2, so.
Exactly. I'm not down for 3 either.
No. Come
No.
on, man. Do it.
No, I'm fixed, bro.
I'm not.
Adam got pregnant with quintuplets, and I'm like,
Dude, you got, shut that down.
take it off. I don't need any of it.
No, not at all. Told you, I gave you my update, huh? Dude, it didn't take.
What?
I got to go back in.
You're too strong, bro.
Dude, they
Too strong.
they went for one test and they were like, you're at this level. I took another one. They're like, you're even more.
You're like Superman.
I'm like, you can't stop me. The good Lord wants me to keep going.
Dude, you gotta keep procreate.
I'm sorry, Jesus, but I gotta argue with you on this one. I gotta put my foot down. So I'm gonna go back and
I didn't
see if
hear
I
about
can-
that, dude.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for a good episode of this show to say that, so I figured this is the best one.
Wow.
I know.
That's scary.
It is. I gotta go through it again. This is childbirth, dude. I don't want to do it.
Dude, I did Bronson's 6. I probably got done 5 years ago. I did it.
Well, did you have any problems?
No, none.
Well, the cool thing was
Thank
Kelly
God.
threw me a party for a sip and snip. So now I'm like, now we get to have another party.
Dude, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do that. So Dale Mills from Westlake, Louisiana. You and I met. We compared resumes because my best friend Tristan, who's coming in town next weekend,
Nice.
he's from Westlake. I grew up with a bunch of Westlake guys, Lake Charles, and man, you and I sat down for dinner at Sombrero, and we started comparing resumes and who knew who, and
Yeah.
every name was the same.
If you're from Louisiana, you automatically going to ask some questions. Who's your family? Who's your friends?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just find out that your best friend is a guy I grew up with. He's a couple years older, but I've known Tristan since I was middle school, earlier in that, or elementary school.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, it's
bizarre.
Small world.
Like I said, like we talked about before, I'm sure we hung out at Cowboys or OBs.
Oh, dang.
Because a lot of the guys you named, you hung out with, were the guys I've known.
Like Boudreaux and
Yep.
Dude, Cowboys.
Yeah.
And OBs,
Yesterdays.
dude, yesterdays.
Golly, man.
And then Daryl's, and I'd show up in I swear to God, if I wasn't born in Cutoff, I'd be born in Lake Charles or Westlake.
Well, you had to sing Kiki too. We were dating then.
Oh, really?
We were dating at 19, so the going out years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
35.
Okay, so you're a little younger than me. Did you ever work the door at any of those places, or were you just a patron?
Dude. I worked at Casa Manana, if you remember that place.
Yeah.
So fresh out of high school, man. I worked there for 5 years.
Holy shit.
And I was loving it, man.
Dude, Lake Charles is such a fun town, and even before the casinos and all,
Yep.
just going to OBs and tearing it. I don't think I've ever spent in OBs more than like $30.
No. I had friends that were bartenders, and you give a card all night long for your friends, and it's like $10, and I just tipped
Here's
$100. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was such a fun place to.
It was kind of scary because, man,
you never knew.
We got ripped though.
Yeah.
Like, God, we'd go out Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and then sometimes we'd go out to Nate's at midnight on Sunday nights. They'd open up at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
If you're going to Sunday at midnight, I had a couple buddies that would go. I lived in a rent house in Lake Charles with 3 of my buddies, and so it was just a party house, dude. We had no stove we had no door on the stove. That's where I met Crystal. I was living there, and oh, dude, it was nasty. I mean, it was filth. There was just always a bunch of guys playing Grand Theft Auto in my house and drinking. And
big screen TV and natural light.
That's about it.
Oh, man.
I had a shower that you would take a shower in it, and it was just a stand-up shower, and it didn't drain well, so it'd be up to like your shin before you get out of the shower. It was damn near a tub.
Oh, man. I love it. But, man, people from Lake Charles are amazing. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Tristan's coming in this weekend as my best friend. Spends so much time. You know the Lunas?
Yeah.
So every year, Tristan would hold he was in sales, but he always ended up in Lake Charles for New Year's.
Yeah.
And he would throw a New Year's Eve party, and it's the building right next to Luna's where like the original escalator is.
Yes, that Mueller's.
Yeah, Mueller's.
Yeah.
He had a condo loft there, and we threw a party there. You might have been
I never seen them. I never seen the inside, but I heard they were sick.
They were sick, and we throw this New Year's Eve party there. And New Year's Day, we'd take off and go to his mom and dad's house in Westlake because we didn't want to be found the next day.
Oh, bet, dude. I never been to Mueller's though. Since they updated it, like they kind of revamped that whole downtown. They're working on it still, so.
Yeah.
We still go back to Lake Charles. My mom and dad are still there, so we got a bunch of friends from back home. We've been in Texas 3 years now, so.
What brought you to Texas, man?
Work, dude.
Work.
I was working, dude. When I got into outside sales in industrial, I was driving to Beaumont every day for 5 years straight, pretty much.
Holy dang.
But I didn't want to move to Beaumont. It's like butthole of Texas, dude. You don't want to do that.
It has a lot of industry, man, but it is industry thick.
Yeah,
it's
all it is.
It's hard living there.
Yeah. So I drove back and forth, man. But I was still covering up to Mont Bellevue. I'd covered to New Orleans. So I was up and down, man.
What were you selling?
I was doing radios then, man. I was with my 2 brother-in-laws whenever I was with me, Nick, and Adam. That was in 2011 I started that. So, man, we did that. We had a good business. And I handled a ton. We had 8 people in the company and 3 of us were brother-in-laws. So
that's kind of funny before the whole.
Yeah.
Before y'all became like reality stars,
Yeah, dude.
Y'all were just guys working in the oil field, and
I think that's what makes the show too. There's the 3 sisters and then the 3 brother-in-laws. We worked together, and then we got Mimi, who she's a hoot, and but we're all super tight. I mean, that's what makes it. I mean, we're a close family. Like I say, what you see on TV is what you get. I mean, we really are that close. We're with each other all the time. So, it makes it easy. Like, people ask me about it. I'm like, dude, it's nice to get paid to hang out with your family. You can't beat that,
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see your family sometimes, but I mean, y'all do, because I'd always see y'all hanging out around here, and
we're always together. So
but now it's like, well, got a little bit better incentive too. So
yeah, the TV's like I said, just to get back to that. I know we kind of hit on it early. Dude, I was always a fan of reality TV. Even when the first Real World started, from then on.
Well, dude, do you remember? I don't know, but like Theo Vaughn, whenever he was on Road Worlds,
I follow him on Instagram now. He's awesome,
dude. He's funny as hell. But when he started, I was in college at LSU.
Because he was from Louisiana, right?
He's from oh god,
like Marrero or something like that.
Chalmette. No,
Chalmation.
Nah, he's from he's from. I can't think of it right now. It'll pop in my head, and I'll just scream it out a little later. But he was there, and I remember being at like Bogey's in Baton Rouge, and they're like, Theo's here from Road Rules.
Really?
And he's popping up all over, and I think he probably popped up in like Charles too. So
that's awesome. Yeah, his Instagram is awesome, man.
He's coming to his own, man. I like it. He's on Joe Rogan, all that.
He's funny, dude.
He is.
He's.
I wonder if he would ever do like Good Old Boy podcast. And
dude, he needs to. He's one of us, man.
I know, man. He is. He's the stories he tells about growing up in I think it's Shreveport. He's from.
That might sound right.
And he's talking about going to parties in the cow pasture and all that stuff, and it's like yeah, that was it.
That was, dude, man. Like back in Westlake, dude, we had parties on the pipeline. That's where we had fights after school on the pipeline. The Highlines, not the pipeline. The Highlines.
So is that where the fights would be for y'all?
Yeah,
we'd be
Highlines or the basketball courts at the Ponderosa Park in Westlake.
We had the back road, and it was like a stretch of highway, but it wasn't finished, so it was like all shells and dirt, and you'd have to go past the post office and go way back.
Really?
And to go meet on the back road for a fight.
Oh yeah, dude, that's where they did. I mean, I never fought.
You were a lover?
I was a scrawny little kid that just. I ran my mouth, but I had a lot of bigger friends. But I was just a funny guy, man. Nobody was threatened by the funny guy.
That's just Dale.
I knew everybody. Yeah, I knew everybody. And hey, I ran my mouth, but it was just it was fun.
You know what I find? I find the people from Westlake and Lake Charles, y'all can like shoot it straight, and it could be the most offensive thing, but it is so funny and it's true,
dude. And I've been told that for multiple jobs. People like, man, you say stuff, people laugh. If I said that, I'd be slapped across the face. Like, dude, it's timing. My dad is like, dude, he's one of the funniest people I ever met in my life.
Really?
Like, I think like I told people, dude, my dad and then watching Seinfeld has molded my comedic like timing.
You are funny on this show, man, and you tend to get laughs on things, and I watch it sometimes, and I'm like, Dale, that's him.
Yeah, hey, on there, like I've told him, I said, dude, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to say kind of whatever, and that's just me. I just say it, man, I get unfiltered to an extent, but, man, I just say stuff, and it's all, you can, like Nick will say, man, you can say the most inappropriate things at the appropriate time. Yeah. It's gold,
That's it. Some people can do it, some people can't.
It's a gift, man.
Yeah.
And a curse, I guess, at some point. But
that just makes it even more better. Dude.
I can't turn it off either. That's the bad part, man. Like I got, we're both in sales.
I'm sure Crystal or Aunt Kiki. I'm gonna call her Crystal because I just call her Crystal. I'm sure at some point she just looks at you and she's probably like, Dale.
Oh, hey. Fans online, like they'll ask, "Oh, I bet you die laughing with your husband." I'm like, dude, if I can get Crystal to laugh, I did good because she's heard all my bits. Mm-hmm. She knows all my jokes. So if I could get her laughing, like I could take that on the road. That's good stuff.
Maybe that's your next thing. After this, you go stand-up comedy or.
People have asked about that. I'm like, dude, that is not me, man. I am more. I would say I'm more reactive.
Really?
Like reactive comedy. Like I could say, I gotta say stuff and be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would be like, you watch Kevin Hart, them guys like, dude, they can just
zing it out.
Like, man, I wish I could be that. It's just, there's different kinds of
funny, You know what your next career is after this? Is probably going to be like teaching sales. Uncle Dale's House of Sales.
Hey, dude.
There we go.
Hey, I like it. Coined it.
There you go. I'm gonna put a T-shirt out unofficially.
I've been in management for a little while. I've been in the sales management gig for a while, which is fun, and probably just because I have fun, man. Like I said, I have the way I act in here is the way I act in business, way I act in front of customers, and it works well. I mean, for me, I'm probably a little more unorthodox than a lot of guys, but it works.
It's your style, dude, and it's from knowing you and then watching the show, dude. You are who you are, and I like that, and I appreciate it. It's not like I can say. Not like I have to say or anything like, oh no, he's really like that in person. I'm like, no, he's like that in person. That's him. So what's it, dude? It's got to be crazy for you being this. You've got 100,000 on Instagram. You've got people. I love you, Uncle Dale. Give me a shout out. Follow me back, dude. How do you handle that? Because that seems like it could be like stressful, man, or like way too much.
For me, I'm people think I might
put that a little closer.
I might seem cocky or whatever. For my ego, hey, I love it. It's just pumping me up. People are like, dude, you ain't gonna get to the door with your head. I'm like, hey, I know. We'll meet people in public. They want to take a picture, and I'm like, oh yeah, come on. And they're like, this bother you? I'm like, no, it's awesome. Like, hey, I live it up. I love the fans. I try to interact with everybody. Like, people, they'll comment on our pictures, and I'll like them, or I'll like their comments, and I'll respond back to people. If somebody says something funny, dude, I like to get back to them. Twitter's the same way. Twitter is probably the most fun, dude. Twitter, like during the show, like when we have a new show, we live tweet. Me, Crystal, Danielle, and Adam, usually us four.
Yeah, I'll see y'all.
We'll sit, dude, and man, that is the most, because all I do is just talk crap the whole time about Adam or about the girls or about myself. And, then fans, they'll be commenting, so I'll respond to them. And, like I said, man, it's fun for me, like to keep people engaged. And I think that's another thing people like about our show. I mean, we're genuine people, man. Like I tell people that, dude, we're just some real people that happen to be on a TV show, man. We're not anything. We're not acting like anything we're not. We have fun with it, and we really are that close. So it's easy to do.
Oh, it is now. See, and you got a special little relationship with Hazel on there, huh?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's my girl.
I don't know. What is it?
It's funny. Like,
I think I saw somewhere where she was the first one you held.
She was like, so the way it happened, I didn't know till after the fact. I didn't think about it till after the fact. I only went to the NIC unit once when they were there, and so guess she goes, man, that was just, I can't take that kind of stuff. So I went to go see him. I went to go see him one time when they were like, there's different levels, and then you see other kids around there, and it's just less fortunate. I mean, hey, God bless the Busbys with 5 healthy babies. Like, it's just crazy. And they all progressed through the NICU and moved out. And but I went there one time and I held a baby. I didn't remember till after the fact. And then me and Hazel are always close. And Adam said, he goes, dude, remember, she was the one you held. Like, I was the only one I held in the NICU. So I don't know if that's a little bond we had, or she's the little cute redhead with glasses, and like, you just gotta love her. And so she's probably captured the heart of everybody. I mean, everybody. Yeah. I'll go to the plants, dude. People talk about the TV show, and I got grown men, middle-aged men ask me about Hazel and how's her eyes doing. Dude, it's funny, man. It's funny. Man, but that's just.
I went to pick up Gus the other day, and I walked in, and they were all there.
Oh, at the daycare?
I think they were coming to pick them up. And I'm like, hey, girls, how y'all doing? And they're like, stranger danger. I'm like, hey, I'm friends with Uncle Dale and Bronson and Kiki. I'm Buster. And they're just looking at me like, yeah. Okay. I'm like,
they're like another fan.
It's about the only time I've ever thrown your name around to a bunch of 3-year-olds.
I know, Uncle Dale. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
I know, man. Does it ever get creepy?
No, I mean, you get some crazy DMs on Instagram, and some people just kind of go over the line with asking for things or whatever. I just kind of ignore that. But you got to delete some comments sometimes that are really negative. But like I said, hey, you take the good with the bad. I mean, luckily for me,
You've been given a great opportunity, man.
yeah. Hey, and that was the whole thing. I think with Adam Danielle, they wanted to use the platform for their faith and everything. That they started a blog well before any of this.
Well, I remember whenever they were living right next door to Clint.
Yeah,
And,
the old part.
Yeah, and I was like, I called Clint one day. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, I'm helping Adam build shelves."
Yeah,
I'm like, "For what?" And he goes, "Oh, dude,
diapers.
Dang, dude.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We weren't living here yet, but we were filming. Like we started filming whenever Danielle was like a month in. Like she started like her month, like bed rest or whatever, and then they were contacted by the producer that wanted to film the show and da. That's kind of how the whole thing went through. But man, we were driving in every weekend from Lake Charles. Mm-hmm. Come here, we talk, film on the weekends, some little things they were doing. Then not even just for the show, but to be with Danielle and Adam, be close. Then when they had the babies, the same thing. We'd come in the weekends to help, and God, man, that was crazy, dude. Talking about, Danielle and Adam were, I tell you what, they were chosen by God for this. That's not for anyone.
Yeah. Now y'all are all pretty rooted in y'all faith, and
yeah,
I think that's a really good thing. I know a lot of people who are, I don't know, around here, and the people that we're rolling with, man, they're all good faith building people and good Christian folks and things like that. So and it's like you see them prospering. And I had a conversation with a couple of my coworkers about tithing and giving to the church and everything. It's like, oh man, let me tell you, that was a whole different conversation that we went down. But
yeah,
but man, that's
people ask me, just getting back to. We came from Lake Charles.
Yeah, please bring me back to something because I'm really bad about going off on tangents.
Lake Charles was. People ask me about if we missed back home, dude. I love Texas, man. Like I said, if I lived anywhere else again or moved somewhere else, it'd probably be somewhere else in Texas.
Yeah.
Just because, man, I don't know, the people I met here. Everybody kind of just comes in from everywhere.
Right.
And we met some great, like in Marbella, dude. Like we became friends pretty instant when we met. And then since then, coaching baseball together and things, man, it's just been, it's been fun.
Yeah, it has been really good, really fun. And I'm like you, man. I miss Louisiana, as you can see the LA one.
I know.
And then I just saw in the video that apparently this is a reflective sign. I will not say where I got it from, but so it's like beaming back. It's making your hair look great, man.
Dude,
But this place, Texas is amazing.
It is.
Because one, you want nightlife, Houston, 45 minutes away. You want island life, 30 minutes away.
Galveston, yeah.
You want farm fields, let's go 30 miles west.
Yeah.
You want damn good hunting, you can do that, fishing, everything. It's here
Hill
for
country
you.
is awesome too, man. Like, dude, I told Crystal, I want to retire in Hill country. It's beautiful, man.
What part?
I honestly, I like the suburbs of San Antonio just because it was so easy and close to there. But we did a Fredericksburg trip last year, and man, that was awesome. We went to Lakeway like 2 summers ago. That area, it's outrageous out there, but man, it's beautiful, dude. Lake Travis, all that area, man.
We go to Spicewood, on the other side of Austin, in Lake Travis, it's Lake Travis and all, dude. That
place is
so
awesome.
cool.
That area is cool, man.
Yeah, like all these little. One of the things I want to open up is like, so speaking of San Antonio, we just got back from there a few weeks ago, and like you go to this restaurant / bar, and it's like a whole bar, and outside they've got things for the kids to do, so you can go, hang out all day, eat, get some cocktails, your kids can run around, and then you get an Uber back or whatever, or somebody does a drink,
nice.
And
Yeah, that's. Like I said, and that's what getting back, like trying to get back to the Lake Charles part where I was telling you. But like I said, I miss friends and family back there. But getting to like the faith part, like man, that was probably the one thing we missed the most when we left was we were going to Water's Edge there, that church. Man, you kind of we fell in love with that place, and that was one thing. That was probably the first church I got back into church for a long time. And getting back to like the tithing and giving, that was one of the things where. That's one thing you missed about home. Like it's just crazy to think about everything else. That was the one thing we missed most about home. You
find a good church, you find a good community.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. The guy,
find good people.
The pastor there, man, he was so real, man. He was just, tattoos, normal guy. Talked about things that's like every week. You're like, oh man, like he, talking to you every time.
I've been
that's the kind of stuff you like, man. It got me.
I've been to a few of them where you sit down and you're like, okay, and then all of a sudden it's like, did they know I was coming today?
Yeah, somebody tipped them off of the door.
Yeah, like, dang.
They're following your
I
Instagram.
know they were like, he's coming here today. Let's get that going. Oh well.
Yeah, but no, man, everything's good. We like being here. We like Texas. I love the neighborhood we're in, man. You couldn't ask for better. I mean,
No, yeah.
for the people around here, the friends we've met, and it's just, man, we got everything at our disposal right here. You know,
Yeah, you got your
for the kids is awesome.
I know you got your family, you got friends, you got all that. I mean, shoot, our boys are playing baseball together,
I know.
and dude,
That's what
We
three
put it-
seasons, 3 seasons in a row, or is it, this is
this is 2.
well I guess
Well,
the fall.
wait, is it 3?
It's 3 with fall ball because we played
Okay.
coach pitch, instructional
No, I
pitch
wasn't.
machine.
I wasn't on your team that year.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I was on the Wildcats, and then because we played each other.
Yep.
That's when y'all were maroon.
Yep. That was
And we
it. That was
played again.
A&M. Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all were A&M. We were the Wildcats. But then the next year when we were Auburn, so this was really our second
Yeah.
time playing together. But dude, our team is stout.
Dude, out of the 12 players, we have 8 that return
Yeah,
that all wanted to be with us, and
dude, there was 15.
that's what Lou said.
Yeah, there were kids like Lou's a hell of a coach, and you and I are there for comic, and Kyle are there for like comic relief. I find sometimes, but
I know.
those kids respond.
Hey, Lou is great with the kids, man. Like, dude, I still sit back and watch. And
I'm just trying to put stuff in my pocket from him on that stuff. So
no, you ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's great, dude. He does a good job with the kids. It's fun. He pushes them, but we do have fun with them. I think
Yeah.
it's a good mix because we jack around but these kids are playing, man. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's yesterday's game was fun.
Yeah, yesterday, Lou and I were talking about it afterwards, and it was funny because there was that instance where, oh God, who was it that threw it to second base?
Zane
and then Reed. Was
covered. He was in center field. He came up.
Yeah, but Luca was in center field, and he came out, and
Yes.
then Reed
Yes.
took his place,
Yes.
and then Zane,
Luca had to go to the restroom, so
Yeah.
he's like,
I'm out, and then yeah, that was some, and then so I'm wondering, like Lou and I were like, oh man, if he didn't switch out, would we have made that out?
I don't think so.
I don't think it would have happened like that.
I don't think so either. Just because of dude Reed, he was a good pickup for us. So we know his mom.
Yeah.
And she wanted to be on our team. She was one of the other one that requested. And
Yeah.
man, he's a heck of a little player.
He is.
He's a little guy like Elijah. They're tiny, man.
But those
the
guys
kids
are fierce. Gio,
good. They're good. The 3 littles are
Yeah.
the best on the team.
I know.
Kids are something, man.
And then we got old Braun and Pip
Yeah.
there.
That's
Dude,
fun,
Braun's
man.
bat was on fire.
Yeah, he's getting to like it. It took him a couple years. Like we started T-ball early, man. Like he was still 3. He wasn't even 4 yet, I believe.
Yeah.
It was too early, but he wanted to play, and man, it was just. It's hard for me to have the patience for that, dude. It's tough.
The first year when Pip played, I didn't coach, and that was T-ball.
I didn't coach either.
No.
I was like, I can't do it.
And then the next year where it was Coach Bitch, they asked for volunteers. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, sure.
I was like the hot rod or something.
Yeah, the hot rides. I got all my hats. I'm going to save them all.
Yeah,
But-
I got mine too.
Yeah, those kids, man, and it's funny because like you'll be getting on the Pip, I'll be getting on the Bronze and
I
all
know.
that stuff, and it's like Pip will come and tell me something. I'm like, well, what did Coach Dale tell you? He told me this. He's right.
Big strides, Pip.
Big strides, big strides.
I'm always
Get
yelling
that bat back, boy.
Oh no. I tell
Ron,
you
where you
what,
going, boy?
I'm too hard on Bronson, so it's probably better for me to
No.
get on some other kids.
No, dude, you're not hard on him. You just have. You got to be hard on him.
Yeah, I know.
They're not going to learn because guess what? If their daddy ain't hard on them, when somebody else is hard on them, they're going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is going to be as hard as you on your daddy.
Yeah, I know.
My dad was a hard
I've
ass on me.
always been tough on Bronson. Crystal still gets on me. Why are you so tough? I'm like, you don't act like that to Kenzie. I'm like, yeah, but she's a little girl, and you don't have to treat her like that.
No.
He's a stubborn little boy that you got to get on to, But he's a good kid. He is.
Yeah.
He'll test you though. But that's just any little boy for sure. I mean,
No, yeah.
you got two of them, so I can't imagine.
Dude, well, in transparency, we had to start this podcast over because Gus decided to come in here and he brought Uncle Dale a flower and his covers were messed up and he didn't want to do this. Dude, it sank the show quick.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta love it, man.
yeah, and then I got my baby girl, so
Oh, I know, dude.
I understand it now.
Hey, so isn't that crazy how much she looks like Kenzie when she was
Dude, yeah.
a baby?
Yeah, so Kelly's like, has a picture, and I'm like, why is Dale holding Ellis? And she looks at me, and she goes, that's Kenzie. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, that was freaky.
I know, because then Kelly sent
a
she did a collage.
side-by-side,
Yeah,
yeah.
she did a side by side to Crystal. She's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy, man. How much they do look alike at that age, you know."
Those kids, they're funny. Oh, Gus, I'm surprised he's not. I'm surprised he didn't come in here going, Kenzie girl, my Kenzie, my Kenzie.
What did he say last time we were here? He was telling her he loved her or something like that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And then I think y'all had left or something, and he was at the door screaming, Kenzie girl, my Kenzie girl. Oh, these kids.
It's funny, man.
So tell me, man, what's the craziest, if you can or cannot, what's the craziest thing you've ever had somebody ask you to do or for with, your
With the show?
with your show, your status, like mail me a lock of your hair, or
I mean, I would probably send somebody that if they asked for that. I'm proud of it.
go to goodoldboypodcast.com/shop. We're now selling Uncle Dale's hair,
Locks of love.
$50 a bunch.
Yeah. No, I've nothing crazy that I would be like, man, I got this instance where, like, you get some weird stuff. Man, I've gotten some weird questions and people, DMs asking some stuff or hey, will you tell such and such I said hi and can you post a video you saying my name or something like that? I was like, man, maybe if I get on the Cameo app.
Dude, you should do that.
I thought about it. I don't know if they got to reach out to me. I don't want to reach out to these guys and be like, who are you, but I would so do it. Like, I'll do it for $10. $10 Cameo.
Yeah,
Hit
there
me
you go.
up.
Dude, I saw somebody the other day, and I was just going around Instagram, and I was like, who is this person? And I'm like, they have like 50,000 followers, and in their bio, it's like, link for my Cameo. And I'm like, who are you? So, dude, we need to get you going.
Dude.
I think we can get like 200 a pop for you.
Man, because I can make it fun.
400 for Crystal, and then like $1,000 for Daisel.
Dude, if me and Hazel had a joint, like, hey, Daisel has taken on a new, like, we got a Daisel fan page on, like, Instagram. It's crazy. Somebody on Twitter started the Daisel thing, and I don't know who it is. I tried to find out who did it because, like, I need to do something for these people,
It was me.
Yeah, there you go. You get it. But, dude, the Daisel stuff is so funny, man. And, Crystal's always said, man, oh, you just acting like you just living it up because of that. I'm like, wait, you're not cool as me, Crystal.
Yeah.
Like, I got a whole name.
I know. You got a
Daisel.
double name.
I
Team
know.
Daisel. Man.
It's fun, man. I tell you what, me and Hazel, back to our relationship, I don't know, man. Like I said, when I'm around, she's all up in, like, on my lap, wants me to hold her hand. And so when we see each other, man, we just, like, I play with all, like, people like, oh, you don't treat the other girls. I do. I love all the girls. I play with all of them. But at the end of like, once it settles, Hazel's there.
Yeah.
So, like, hey, we have fun with it. Then I'll take advantage of it. I'll take some pictures and post because people want to see it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. We do have that relationship, and it's been, you can see it from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I realized it more from then. Like, okay, man, we really are that kind of close, And it's just funny, man.
Do you watch the show after when it airs?
Oh yeah. So we watch it. That's just what's funny.
That's how you get the.
That's
how you get the volume.
Dude.
There, that's not hair underneath.
That's pushing my head. So we watch the show. We live tweet during the show. But dude, the show's like Twitter's like man, it's like bam, bam, bam.
Is it more Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, or is it Twitter? Like,
Twitter is like lit, dude.
I can't get into Twitter, dude.
I'm telling you. Well, I didn't either before. I just did it to like see updates on sports and things like that. You know, I just hit 20,000 on Twitter though. Twitter's
Really?
hard to get followers. But on Twitter, we live tweet during the show. But dude, it's moving so quick to where like I barely watch the screen.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what's going on and I'm responding and reacting to what's going on. So then once all that's done, the same night or the next day, I'll watch the show again. But I just fast forward it to my parts. And Crystal gets so mad. Hey. Crystal gets so mad. She's like, "You're so conceited." I'm like, I just want to. I like the funny thing is we film for so long and then it airs.
Yeah,
dude, and I talk so much shit. Like I don't realize like what I say. So like I'm watching it, dude. I'm cracking up. Like, dude, that was funny. I just said that.
What's your Twitter handle?
Dale P Mills.
What's the P?
Patrick. But dude, so
There you are.
so I'll watch it.
You're not verified?
No, dude, I've been trying to get blue check forever.
Oh man, come on. I'll get you verified. I'll
Hey.
sell your hair and verify. Oh my god!
So
Wait,
the Kiki dance.
The Kiki dance.
Me and Crystal did the Kiki dance. We had to, man.
Man, you. And it's funny. I look at this, and some guys I'd make fun of them, but it don't. I gotta tell you, man, you're doing good.
Yeah, hey, dude. You know what? One thing about people from Louisiana, we can dance. You know, I remember growing up going to school dances, dude. I'd come home drenched.
Oh,
My dad be like,
dude.
"What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, I was dancing.
I did the Jubilee all.
I was feeling it." We were dancing to Bone Thugs and Harmony and
Yeah.
Genuine.
Candlebox.
The Candlebox.
Man. Did y'all do the Jubilee all dance too? And
Yeah, dude, we did.
Dude, yeah.
Hey, and that's what's funny about you know, we had that one episode. I'm teaching Adam how to dance. You know, which is true, man. The dude cannot dance. But you know, we know all those line dances. But dude, literally in middle school at SP Arnett, we had one semester, whatever we called it, in PE. We learned line dances in PE. We learned electric slide, the freeze, all those. Like we learned them in school.
we did Cajun dancing.
Well, yeah.
You know, in cutoff, and we had to learn to do the two-step and everything. We grew up going to the fairs, and like y'all, you know, the middle school, junior high dances.
Dude, I live for them dances.
The VFW hall dances and stuff like that. I'll never
Sneaking alcohol into them. We used to do that.
Yeah, I'll never forget. Like we were at my house one afternoon after school on a Friday, and we were swimming and all, and I was like 15, and they were having a dance at St. Joe's in I think it's Golden Meadow, and me and all the guys were like, we should go tonight. Let's go to the dance tonight. And I went asked my mom and dad, hey, can I drive us to the dance? And they were like, sure, go
How
ahead.
old were you?
15.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I had a 1972 Ford LTD Crown Victoria black red velvet interior. Dude,
I
we
got a
pulled
story
up.
about that.
We pulled up to the dance in this thing, playing Bone Thugs.
Yep. Little Crossroads.
Yeah, and afterwards, after the dance, the girls were like, "Can you bring me home?" I'm like, "Shit, I'm not supposed to." But yeah, it's like if I'm gonna get grounded for
Hey.
being late,
Make it worth it.
make it worth it. So it was fun.
Hey, speaking of Ford LTD,
Uh-huh.
that was Crystal's car when I met her. She was driving
What
a
kind?
white one
Oh yeah.
with the blue plush interior,
Oh
and that
really?
thing like was dude. It like floated on the like on
It
the.
did.
It was like a slab, bro. It was like
Dude, and did it have the V8?
yeah, it would run.
Yeah. It took a while to
It was
get up.
her grandfather's car that they gave her. So the girls like man, them three since they were so close. You know, Crystal and Asher are twins, and Danielle's 13 months younger. They shared a vehicle. So, you know, man, you know, they were taking turns, whoever had the car for the weekend or whatever. But, man, it's crazy. You know, this little girl, Crystal, you know.
Trying to see if this thing's recording or not. Yeah, I think it's recording still.
Crystal's, you know, Crystal's how small Crystal is, and you can see this little girl getting out of a freaking big old LTD. That thing could wreck through some vehicles now. That's like a demolition derby car.
I was looking them up online the other day. I just got nostalgic and I looked it up and I was like, oh man, to find one like this again. I would.
Because it was black.
It was black, had a red pinstripe. This was my great grandfather's.
I never seen a black one.
It was black, red pinstripe, and red velvet interior, and he smoked. So I had like smoke like I had a
couple cigarette burns
here and there. But my grandma would, when he died, my grandma took it. And she lived up the road from us, so she would just drive it back and forth to our house. And then eventually we got her a golf cart because it was easier, and we parked the car. Well, I'd take the car and I'd drive it around and keep the batteries up. And so when I turned 15, she was like, there you go.
Oh, dude, that's a score.
Dude,
that's probably was still nice.
Oh, dude, the liner kind of sank in it, but she got it redone for me, and, man, I can fit some people in that son bitch. And once it got up to about 60, whoa. It sailed.
It feels like you're floating.
It does. It does, man.
Crystal's already texting me.
What she's asking? Where you at?
Ain't no telling. Oh, something about the kids.
Uh-oh. They in trouble? Are they want ice cream?
Yeah, no.
So, man, how do you handle the family life with all that?
Man, it's our, like, the same way for Adam, Danielle, and us. It's our new normal. I mean, our new normal is, hey, we're busy, and then certain times of the year, 6-7 months, when we're in filming, like right now we're in filming. Like we started filming at Halloween, and we'll probably film till May. So that's a long filming schedule. So I mean, like I said, dude, and we don't film on the weekends, so I'm most of the time, So when we film, it's in the evenings. I mean, because I work.
Yeah.
So I'll come home and, hell, they're in my house, or we're going to meet somewhere.
I know. We were supposed to do something. It might have been
long days.
I think it was batting practice. We were at batting practice, and I see Crystal walking up with Bronson. I'm like, man, where's Dale at? And she goes, he's got to work or something. And I look online, and you're at yoga.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's it's fun. For us, the kids love it. I mean, the kids, they can't get enough of the Quints, man. Like I said, dude, we can be with them all day long. Be at their house till midnight. We can wake them next morning. They want to go back to their house to see them. Like they're ate up with them. So it's good for their cousins. I mean, they're super close. The kids like it. Bronson and Kinsey like seeing themselves on TV already. Oh man! And so it's.
Is there a Bronson fan page and a Kinsey fan page?
No, not yet, man. But we get a lot of response.
There will
be. We get a lot of response for them. People like to, when we post our kids on stuff. They love it. They say a lot of nice things about our family, which is cool. I mean,
people generally
we don't get a lot of trolls, man. I don't. Now Adam, them
because you're cool.
That's probably why. But Adam, Danielle, they get some flack for some stuff, and it's really like, man, you can't get that bother you because they're trying to get a rise. If people say something bad about me, like I'll like it or I'll respond like hell yeah, I hate that guy. Just because it's funny. Like, dude, you can't get me.
But dude, you're in a public spotlight and you're gonna do something, and nowadays with society, it's gonna be like somebody's gonna have a critique, somebody's gonna have oh, you shouldn't do that, or and then like try and raise hell about it. And unless us Louisiana boys, we're secure. Yeah, we're confident.
Yeah.
We don't. It's like sometimes Kelly will even be like, that doesn't get to you? I'm like, hell no. I'm doing me. I'm having a blast.
Yeah, and that's how I've always been, man. I'm super like you. I'm super lighthearted. I like to have fun. I don't let things rattle me. I don't get easily offended. Like, man, we grew up a certain way. I think it's I don't know much about cutoff, but guys and people like I grew up with. I mean, we're different than people than anywhere else. I believe it, man. Like my dad's even said, he goes, I think people from Westlake, that area, they have a really sick, twisted kind of sense of humor. He goes, there's just something about this area, man. They have a weird.
Probably all the chemical plants.
Yeah, probably so. I grew up around plants my whole life.
Yeah.
Now I'm working at them. So.
There you go. Dude, we're just good old boys.
Yeah, hey, I know, man. Hey, I never was like. I guess I'm not a good old boy in the mindset of like a country boy. Like I grew up out of the city limit, but but far as how we think and do, and how we act. Yeah, I definitely feel like that's really who we are. I never was a hunter. I'm so deathly scared of snakes. I wouldn't go in the woods, man. Golly, I am so like, dude. Now I can't even drive over them in a vehicle without.
So a while back, you kind of gotten, or I guess you brought some attention to yourself when you took a picture. You shot a doe, didn't you?
Hey, this was my first. I was proud, man. And I was 3 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hunting the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I worked the company I worked for before. We had a lease, and we take customers, and one of those things. But I've never shot anything myself.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to do,
You wanted to experience it.
Yeah, I wanted to kill an animal, and I'm still eating off the meat of that. That's been a year and a half ago.
Gotta be careful with that.
Really?
Yeah. After like 2 years or so,
okay,
you might have to get rid of it. So eat it up.
I got a little bit left.
Give it away.
But
if you would like to buy deer meat killed by Uncle Dale, Good Old Boy Podcast /shop
backstrap
/ Uncle Dale.
Yeah. So, I was with Nick. Me and Nick were together, and we were out riding around, and man, we saw something that he said, "Hey, man, take that one down." And so, dude, I killed it. Bam, shot it. It was crazy, like the rush.
It is.
People always talked about it, but man, it was like bam, happened so quick. And it's funny, how me and Nick have been close for 17 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, it's like being with my son killing his first deer. But it's true. Like, hey, me and Nick have been really close.
He's a big hunter and fisherman.
And like I've always, me and Nick have had, I've always had a lot of respect for Nick, personal and business, and so we were always close. And yeah, it was, not saying he's a father figure, but he was always more of a mentor to me.
Yeah. He's the guy you could turn to for this stuff.
Yeah.
No. Come on, Crystal.
And so, but yeah, we went, man, it was funny. But yeah, so we got the deer, the does laying on the ground, and he's like, "Yeah, take a picture with it." So me, fashion, good old Dale, the way I do stuff, I lay there and spoon it.
You're laying there like Tom Selleck in Cosmo. No, not Tom Selleck.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds in Cosmo, like laid out with it.
So I posted that picture on Instagram, and dude, it got out of hand quick. Like, comment, dude, literally in 6 hours it had like 200 comments. 60% of them were very negative. A bunch of them were just laughing. Oh, it's funny, Dale. A lot of them were like, oh, good kill. Things like that. To where I was proud of it. I wasn't doing it to be disrespectful. I think I was thinking, hey, I know how he is. He's jokester. He's being funny, but it offended a lot of people. And I was like, wow. I was kind of surprised by it. And so the producer of the show, he called me like the next day because they had like 500 comments by this time.
I'm sure they're getting emails and messages.
No, I don't think it got to that, but he just called me. He's like, hey, man, what you think? I'm like, I said, dude, this is just crazy that this is a problem.
Yeah.
I said, he goes, dude, I get it. He goes, man, you got to think. He goes, man, you're not all your followers are from below the Bible Belt that are hunting.
They're not hunters.
Yeah.
They're.
He goes, you middle-aged women from across the world.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not telling you to delete it. You're a grown man. I just want to give you my 2 cents.
Yeah.
And I said, I get it, man. I said, I'm going to take it down. I said, I don't want to have any negative light, especially on what we have or anything to discredit what we're doing, or to offend anybody over that, because it was the least of my intentions. And but dude, it's
a rush.
It sparked some. It sparks. People like #unfollow, but they're still following me. I'm sure.
Man, I know, like with being on the board of our neighborhood and everything for a while, I'd check on her. I'd get some shit sometime, and I wake up and I'm like, oh man, and then I'm kind of like, oh, whatever. But for something like that on that size, holy hell, dude,
it was crazy.
I'm glad to see that you're. I don't know. You hear the trappings of that stuff, and like people. I don't know. I'm glad to see that y'all are having a positive experience with it.
Yeah,
and making it a positive experience and putting your family, because dude, y'all, that's a blessing.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt, man. Like, hey, I tell you what, it's to have that many kids. I mean, that's not a normal situation for anybody.
No,
so I mean, they've got to take advantage of the things, and then they are really using this as their platform. They want to share their faith and things about them, and man, they're raising these girls right, dude. They're some of the most well-behaved girls little kids I've ever seen, man. It's just crazy. It's just, but that's just a testament to them and how they've raised them.
Well, y'all got good kids too, though.
Yeah,
but that's family, that's character, that's who you are. Your kids. So if they've got good kids, they're good people. If you've got good kids, which you do, because they're always polite, they're always very nice and sweet, that's a testament to you and Crystal.
Yeah.
My kids, I'm hoping to God, because sometimes they're here at the house and I'm like, oh my God, do you do that at school or in public? And I'm worried about them going out. I mean, my whole thing is like, I just want to take my kids to a restaurant,
Yeah.
And I want to sit there and eat at a restaurant and have a meal. When I first started dating Kelly, we went out to eat and we brought two of her little cousins who were like about, God, they might have been about 7 and 4, and they were so well behaved, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. So
yeah,
I love it, man. I love it.
Bronson have his moments, but yeah, on the most part, dude, I'm a big stickler on the yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes or no, dude. Like that. That's probably
that's just
that gets me riled up when kids don't like, and then you get people from other parts of the country that with kids here and they're like, yeah, no, like just man,
dude,
that drives me crazy, man. Like I know it's just because. I mean, I tell people younger than me, yes sir, no, just because it's just how we were raised. Like, working the plants, people are like, man, you ain't call me sir. No, I'm like, dude, I can't turn that off. That's just
that's it.
Instilled in me, man, and I can't stand it for somebody that doesn't say it.
I'll be in here doing something, and I'll just hear Pip go like, yeah, and I'll be like, what? Yes sir. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Gus. He doesn't get the concept down now, so I'm like, he'll say yeah, and I'll go, what? He goes, yes ma'am. Everything's yes ma'am.
Bronson used to do that too. What do you say to me, boy? Yes, ma'am. I'm like, dang it. I'll let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Okay.
Right. But that, but he's gotten a lot better as well. I'll yell his name. He'll say, huh? I mean, sir. He catches himself. But that's the kind of, you gotta be that repetitive with it, man. It's just, I don't know. It's something that a lot of people don't stand behind, but that's just something that's part of my life.
Let me ask you this, man. What do you do to chill out? You like to golf, huh?
I do like to golf, man. I don't, the bad thing is I don't really chill out. I don't know. Like people, I mean, we're like, I guess it's just my personality, but I like having an audience. Like I like having people around. Like I want people to come over. I like being in front of people. I don't like sitting around my house. Like I just can't sit down and watch TV. Like I can't take a nap. My mind just doesn't turn off. We're thinking about work or just, I'm thinking about all kind of stuff. So, I guess the most chilled out for me would probably be, baseball or going to the gym. I go to the gym in the mornings. But man, like I said, I don't like sitting still. I like doing something. Crystal's like, can we just chill out? But I'm like, Kenzie's like me. Kenzie will wake up. She's like, where are we going today? Who's coming over? Where are we going to eat? Who's going to eat with us?
I'm going to let you and Kelly go hang out, and me and Crystal are going to sit down and watch reruns or something. Because I have to chill out, man.
Really?
I have to. My mind starts going too fast, and I'm just like, I want to do nothing. So, she's needing you home?
No. Kenzie's just being a turd.
Oh, is Kenzie texting you now?
No. Kenzie just, I don't know, man. Last few nights, she wants to sleep with the door open, and I don't know. I think some kids were talking about that Momo thing or whatever, and freaked her out.
Oh, really? I had to. Did you talk to them about that or?
Crystal did. She talked to her. No. And it was like, it's all fake. It was a hoax and stuff like that. But man, it's just crazy, man. The kids, the stuff we can be put in front of them so easy.
Dude, we have so many different. Like I know some older people would be like, "Oh, these kids are always on an iPad and all this stuff." It's like, dude, that's part of the stuff we got to deal with.
Yeah.
It
ain't going nowhere.
No, it ain't going. Now that's just like something new we got to deal with. We didn't have it. I mean, so hell. Well. So what else is going on, man?
Man, not much. Work's been busy. I just hit a year with the new company I'm with.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been good, man. I was with the last company, between the radio company and the company that bought us. I was there about 7 years or so. That was when I worked with Nick and Adam. And then, man, I stepped out. I left. And then right behind that, Adam left, and then Nick left. So it's crazy, man. Bam, bam, bam.
Everybody wants to be like Dale.
That's it, man. You gotta. So I took the fun out of that. It's funny because you know how I am. When I left there, I had some buddies that worked there. Like, dude, when you left, the whole energy of the office.
Oh man.
And that's. I'm a big morale guy. Like, dude, I like to have fun. We've doing pranks. But it was just one of those things, like
a culture
yeah,
of it will
dude,
make it
culture.
so much fun.
So I brought that to the new company, which has been refreshing. I think it's fun. The owners even mentioned things to me like, man, he's like having me there, just the new energy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just me just having fun, work hard, play hard,
That's it. So you came from sales, now you're sales management, man. Let's for all the guys listening, and I think part of any good old boy like that's worth his salt can sell. They
Yeah.
can talk.
Oh yeah.
What's your? Let's throw it out, man. What's your go-to best sales tactic, man? Just
Man,
what do you think is what makes you successful?
I mean,
Besides saying hi, I'm Dale from Outdaughtered.
hey, I've used it before. I'm a rapport guy, man. I like to get to know people. Man, I like finding those angles, man. I like to find those angles and find what makes people tick. But I'm a firm believer in, like, dude, I can go meet somebody. I know they're gonna love me, and that's probably just my arrogance. Maybe, but I know they're gonna get to like me, and they're gonna do business with me. And I go in there everybody with that same kind of reason.
Yeah.
But man, I think that's me and my counterpart and my best friend that I'm with, that I work with. We're a lot alike, man. Wheels always turning, but man, like the owner of our company, he laughs because we'll be talking about an opportunity of something like, hey, you heard about this coming up? And dude, I'm on my phone. I'm LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram stalking until I find that person. Here he is. Bam, I found the guy. Bam, I found his freaking aunt. Whatever. Find a way. Dude, I've called people before recently. I'm like, man, I looked you up on Facebook. We got like 8 mutual friends. So
Yeah.
I was like, and they laugh, but I'm like, dude, that's what it's all about.
You got to do it.
I've done some.
Because
I get creative, man.
Yeah, the industry we're in, it's all relationships.
Yep.
It's a rapport, and it's a long term. It's not a here you go, thank you, have a nice day.
Yep.
And you see them somewhere else down the road. No, it's I'm there next week.
Yeah.
And
So that's how I've always been. I'm real big on, getting to know people. Man, I'm buddies with a lot of these guys. Like, we talk about, I go in, we chit chat, talk about kids and life and all kind of stuff. But then, like what I'm trying to teach these young guys, I mean, you got to get to know these people, but you always got to have an agenda. What are you going after? Like, you're trying to get to the next thing? Like, okay,
why are you?
It's all good. Then you're like, I flipped that switch. Bam. Well, hey, what's your next opportunity? I got, man, you got to give me some freaking work. What can I get? Bam, bam. Like, put some pressure on them. I said, that's the biggest thing. Put some pressure on these people, because if you don't ask for it, they're going to say, oh, he's a buddy coming to say hi, and he ain't pressing me for anything.
No, he ain't.
So, dude, I lay it on some people, and you take your liberties on the people that you can. But, dude, we had a meeting this morning. I got a new guy. He's been here a month and a half with me. And, he set up a meeting, and man, and this is funny. We went and met with this lady, and we get there, and as soon as we walk in, she's like, "You look familiar from somewhere."
Hot damn!
I'm like, she's Uncle Dale fan, and it happens a lot. That's what's funny. And I was like, and he's like, and I told my sales reps, this is funny. Like, I tell my sales reps, like, hey, dude, we're in a meeting together. Something comes up, we start talking, and we feel like it's not going anywhere, or we feel like whatever, or we feel like we need to lighten the room up.
Yeah.
Segue to say
Make
something.
it comfortable.
Say something about the TV show. Like, 'cause I got my buddy, he praised me around like a show pony, dude. Y'all know Uncle Dale from TV show? And they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
You got a big trailer with your
face on it. But you know what? That's the biggest icebreaker. Because then somebody's like, man, my wife and kids watch the show. Then the next day they're text me just to be they're close to the action. So man, like I said, just being here, I've had to take some week-long vacations or stuff like that for the TV show. We're doing our family trips, and the owner of my company's like, hey man, I get it, dude. That's all a part of what I knew when I signed Uncle Dale up to work for me. It's going to come with it, But hey, it's fun. But back to the selling, man. I didn't have any kind of formal training. I'm like you, man. I'm just a people person.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out what makes you tick. I'm going to figure you out. Like for me, and you're the same way, dude. I hit it off with people quick, like bam.
Yeah.
Like we'll meet people in plants, and that same day I'm sending them freaking gifts of like cut out of my face dancing on, just doing something crazy. But like they're like,
GIFs.
you just, I know I stand out aside from my competition because I know these other guys out there aren't as cool as me, and that's
Yeah.
how I feel. I feel like they're not going to get to know them like I'm not gonna. They're not going to act with me like they do these other guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be way different.
Like, and you just have to be. You have to build a relationship.
Yep.
You have to be. You have to understand that these are working guys too.
Yeah.
Just like us. It's, and I've seen this a lot of times where guys will go in. I've been in a situation where I'm there talking with the guys about a project, and a competitor will come in, and
That's
I just
some
and
cheesy ass lines,
and I'm just like, I hide who I am.
Yep.
And they go into their full mode, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah. Like,
No,
hey,
no.
give me a PO. I tell you, like that
Yeah.
corny stuff, dude. I
Oh
can't
man, the corny,
stand that.
the corny sales stuff. I mean, sometimes I think the biggest things is if you're genuinely interested in what's going on with these guys, you'll ask questions.
Yeah, you can ask intuitive questions to get to what you need.
Yeah.
But I've never been pushy, and I've been around the same way. Like, I don't wear a logo a lot of times because I like to be kind of incognito.
Yeah.
But you hear these guys, you're like, man, how are you making money? Because like, I think about it like, hey, if you were selling me, I was like, dude, I would not buy anything from this guy.
I've heard some of these training. You've done some training. You've probably read some books or something like that. And some of these things I've listened to, and I'm like, oh, no, not in
I
this
would never do
industry.
that. Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you what, the best training I've ever went to, we did it 2 years ago with my last company. And this guy named E.J. Smith, he's like a trainer for LSU. He trains all over the world, but he had this thing called the Mind of a Sales Warrior. Dude, it flipped my whole brain around.
Really?
It was awesome. It was easy stuff. It was like,
Is it a
dude,
book or a course? Or?
I have the course. I have the thing. Like, I'm gonna pick some stuff out of that to do one for my guys. I need to share with you.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But man, it's like all like, hey, he's like, dude, nobody gives a crap about your features and benefits. Everything you're selling, they already got. So what are you gonna do to make yourself different? Here's the things you got to do. And so just hearing that, I was like, man, it just kind of like my mind just exploded. Like, dude, this is so simple. Why would I think about this? We go do these lunch and learns. Oh, we've been here. We got 160 years of experience between us. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody gives a crap. You got breathing air. Like, I started with safety. Okay, well, so does my competitor that's in here right now.
Yeah,
they've got it. What are we going to do different? And then, bam, we hit those things in the teeth. I mean, dude, I was even asking questions like, hey, if you could sprinkle some magic fairy dust on what you're doing right now. I love it. I said, if you could sprinkle some magic fairy dust on what you're doing right now for this, what would you do different? Man, I would do this. Bam. We already do that. We do this, and this. Bam, bam, bam.
So my question is, look, this situation's kind of messed up right now. If you had a magic wand and can wave it, what would it look like?
Yeah.
And they'll tell you. They tell you
this
is what it is. All right. If I can do 9 out of 10 things, is that okay? And they're like, if you can do 5 out of 10, we're good. I'm like, here we go.
Yep.
Let's do it. And
dude, attack those problem areas, man. Like, so that's what I'm trying to teach those young guys. Like, ask them questions. Like, dude, what's going on? What kind of issues are you having? They'll tell you.
Yeah, they want to tell you.
They're tired of them.
Yeah. What have you tried to do to fix that?
Hey, he got some stuff and he told us in the training. He's like, hey, go try this stuff. Genuinely try it. If it doesn't work, you can call me and you can tell me, and I'll stop teaching this. And dude, and like, he's like, hey, you need to get them to be saying these buzzwords. Hey, I see like value, this, like,
pain.
You see these, you get them to say these kind of buzzwords. And we were in this. I had a presentation 2 days later. After that, I had the presentation built for this plant. I left that day, scrapped the whole thing, rebuilt one, went and did it. In that meeting, the plant manager of that plant said, oh, I see the value in that, dude. Me and the other guy, we looked like a couple schoolgirls laughing. Like, we were just like, holy shit, it worked, And it was just awesome, man. I called the guy, I was like, dude, this was... And I had a few meetings past that. Like, he had these, like, I have to show you the stuff he's got, man. But it was cool, man. It was one of the things that just kind of, like... It's so easy. You don't think about that. Like you said, nobody cares about your features and benefits. Like you said, I know you're selling hydraulic hoses and things like that, but you can. I know you guys do it different than the other guys, but what is like these guys just think a hose is a hose. Like when I do radios, well, hey, radios it just better work when I key it up. Okay, well, there's a lot more goes into it than that.
Yeah, what's your understanding of it? Okay, have you ever thought about this? I've got one now. Like when I do a lunch and learn, I bring up I'll frame it ahead of time. I tell them exactly. I said, look, guys, this is everything I'm going to do. And at one point, one of y'all is going to say this word, or y'all going to say this phrase. And I promise you, y'all are all going to laugh whenever it comes up, and we're going to get to that. And I get probably like a quarter of the way in, and all of a sudden somebody goes, hey, man, I heard it. This. And all of a sudden everybody stops. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. We're gonna unpack that little piece right now. I'm gonna tell you how that's probably messed up some guys out here.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I love it. It's
the thrill of the chase. Like, I've always worked for the underdog kind of companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the smaller companies. I don't want nothing easy, man. I don't want to be put in a freaking opportunity where they just got these contracts and then you just roll. Like, that doesn't entice me. Like,
give me a fight.
I like the days where I'm like feel defeated, and then you get that one phone call you've been waiting on, and it's like, bam, okay, this is why I do this.
I like the fact knowing that there's some other guys out there trying to take what I got, and I'm trying to take what they got. I played golf in high school, and this is like completely different. This is like they need to teach this in college or high school or something like sales. 101, 201.
The thrill of it is just so much fun. Like, taking something from a competitor is, I mean, it's such a good high, especially when it's somebody like one of the big boys, and you're like sticking it to them. Like, they may not notice it, but you're carving away pieces of the business to where you're like, hey, dude, just a fraction of what you guys are doing is a good business for us.
Because some of the bigger guys, they have it so well. It's name recognitions, all this stuff, and all. So it's very easy.
They're just order takers, man.
It's like, and the internet kind of screws you now too, because they go, oh, I need item X. Oh, I'm just gonna type that in, and the biggest name pops up, and they go there.
Yep.
So it's carving. It's fun.
It's like I said, dude. That, like I tell people, if it feels easy, everybody would do it, and it's not for everybody, man. Even when I was a waiter for 5 years, and back in Lake Charles, and man, I tell you what, waiting tables is not for everybody.
No, I never.
And dude, I was a hell of a waiter there. Like, I was like the golden child, man. Cost me young, dude. I had a certain schedule. I had tons of people that come back and forth. Like, they come for me. Like, I waited on them. I built a ton of relationships I still have to this day. I went from that to selling cell phones. Yeah. Worked up to I was a store manager at 24. Yeah. In Lake Charles, a big corporate store. Did that, then I got into. I went to an outside Sprint cell phone dealer. Did that for about a year and a half. Director of operations and sales for them. Yeah. Built the company up. Then I got in industrial. But man, it's one of those things, man. It's been fun. But getting back to being a waiter, like I've said, man, if you're a good waiter, you can be a good employee anywhere.
I've heard a lot of stories of people in the service industry, like waiters or doormen or things like that, who have become very good and talented and would wait on like very prestigious people. Yeah. And then something happens where they're like, you need to come work for me. Yeah. Like, they'll do one thing or something. It's like, you're wasting your talents here. Yeah. So
that happened, man. I've had some good opportunities from that. I've had businesses, like it's crazy. I've had customers that I wait tables on, that I sold cell phones to, and now I'm selling and dealing with in the plants. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy how that's transpired from I'm 18 to 35, and I'm dealing with these people and I'm friends with, and that's what's fun, man. Like, that's the rapport part. That's the part of you can't, like I tell these people, man, you get an account, you get in somewhere, you can't meet enough people. You never know who's going to be what. And plants nowadays, dude, the guy you're talking to now may be the plant manager in 5 years. You never know. So you got to meet everybody. You got to be nice to everybody. You got to treat everybody with respect. And, man, that's a big thing of what I do, to where I get allies everywhere I go.
And it's little bitty things. I know that people say, "Oh, bring collages and all that stuff." Man, you got to think outside of the box,
dude. I do some different stuff as well.
I had one of my guys. I found out he was Snapchat. I'm friends with him on Snapchat, and it's like 6 a.m. I look at it, and on Snapchat, he's like heading in. I called him like 3 hours later. I'm like, "What do y'all want for lunch? I'm sending y'all lunch today." They're working on a Saturday. Yeah, I mean. That's something, because I mean, you think,
the competitions ain't doing that. I guarantee you.
I hope they're not.
Yeah, I bet they're not.
I like sending out a ice cream truck in the summer.
Yeah,
get one of those, and
it's a good idea.
Yeah, all kind of little things. So, Well, dude, we've been at about an hour right now. I appreciate you coming out here.
Yeah, man, it was fun, dude. I didn't know what to expect, but I figured me and you talk so easy because we got so much to kind of talk about.
I know. Next weekend, I think we're gonna do a little crawfish boil. If y'all are around, man, we need to come after the game and all.
I'm down.
Tristan will be at the game, so
we're gonna be at the crawfish boil tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna be at that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you all weekend.
Yep, I know we'll see you there.
And then, but next weekend I think
Saturday?
I'll do a crawfish boil after after the game and just invite a couple of people over and all.
Dude, I'm down for that.
Is this your first podcast you've done, or?
This is yeah. I mean, I did the thing with Lou, which that's the radio thing. But yeah, it's the first podcast.
Boom! I got it.
Me and
scooped everybody.
Me and Adam talked about doing starting one together.
Really?
Yeah, about a year or two ago, we talked about it a little bit. I'm like, dude, and then me and my best friend from back home, one of my best friends I grew up with, Jake Carver. He's a Westlake boy, but we talked about having one. We had a couple of some funny ideas we wanted to do, and just never.
Y'all should do it.
It never worked out, but me and Adam talked about doing one about family and kids and dad stuff, and just to put our stuff out there, because like I said, we do those Facebook lives the day after the show, and man, that gets a ton of feedback.
Yeah.
Like we answer some questions, and
why don't you, Adam and Nick, come on the show and talk about that? Because I mean, that's talk about dad stuff and life. That'd be funny to.
I think us three together are a hoot, man.
I got extra mics.
It usually turns into me and Adam picking on Nick, but it's just dude, like I said, we're brothers, man. I'm closer to these guys than my actual brothers, just because we've been so close for so long. It's kind of, I guess, not sad to say, but it's just that's how close we are. Then we work together. We were together every day. Like, dude, me and Nick and Adam, we'd work together all day. Then I'd be at their house that night. I mean,
that's awesome.
But we're that close, So, but yeah, I'll talk to them. I think it'd be fun to get us all three in here. And
yeah, I mean,
you don't know. I mean, I know you've talked to Nick. You don't know him a lot, but Nick's got some good perspective on him. He's a psychology major. So
really? Oh, good.
He's sharp, man. He's very business savvy. He's like I said, he was one I always looked up to in the business world, because he was always, man, just he knows a lot. We were way different. I mean, I was always the customer relation kind of guy. He was the business guy, so it worked well. Yeah. But yeah, I'll talk about getting those other guys on. That'd be fun.
And I want to do one, me, you, Lou, and Kyle.
Yeah.
And
the used guys.
The used guys. That's gonna be, dude.
The used guys radio.
Hey, used guys. We're doing the podcast. We're talking. No, Babe Ruth.
He wants to talk about the best Yankees ever.
Oh man.
Hey, Kyle's fun, man. I like watching him get riled up over.
Dude, oh god. It was the one where the kid was rounding third and the coach caught him. Stopped him. Dude, he got so fired up. Hey,
you can't stop him.
Used guys. You can't stop some used guys. Dude, this is it's so fun when you can enjoy it.
Yeah. It is.
Like, that's the thing. People are like, "Oh, are you coaching?" I'm assistant to the assistant coach. So that's it. And they're like, "Well, who's the head coach?" I go, "Lou." "Who's the assistant coach?" I go, "Dale." "What do you do?" I'm like, I ramble nonsense like Farmer Fran on the water boy.
I like the social setting, man. We just have fun. It's fun watching those boys, and it is good to have a different voice from Lou. Man, Lou's good with them. Like I said, he's great with them kids. But having some other people there to where we can kind of put our 2 cents in. And hell, I think me and you were learning from Lou as well.
Shit, yeah, man. Trying to learn every day I can.
I know.
So, good deal, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Taking the time, sit down. We'll have you back.
Yeah, hey, I'm down. I didn't know what to expect, but it was fun. Like I said, I'm down to do it anytime.
Dude, this thing's just, I enjoy doing this, and maybe after Lent's over, we'll have a couple of cocktails and do this.
There we
go. By that point, our hair should be nice and froed out by then.
Dude,
and
my bro flows.
Maybe we'll go to Heist and get it all done and put some cornrows in it or something. I don't know.
Who do you go to Heist?
No, I go to Lou's.
Okay. I go to Sunny there. Dude, she's awesome.
I go to Philip at Lou's. And
Philip's good, man.
He is, man. He's going to come on the show, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's been on Lou's broadcast.
Yeah, him and I sat down for a Lou's
show.
show.
You were on that one. That was you, okay.
Yeah, so that was fun. I'm enjoying it, and You know, it gives me a chance to sit down and just shoot the bull with some of my guys.
Yeah, that's what's fun about these because there's no pressure. You just talk, and like I said, I think like me and you, we have a lot of similarities. The Louisiana thing, the kids, the golf. I mean, everything. We just got a lot in common.
Yeah.
So,
where's your favorite place to eat in Lake Charles or Westlake?
Favorite place to eat? God dang, man. I don't know. I used to love some Patsy Henderson. Probably no. My favorite place to eat, if I'm gonna eat something kind of fancy, you know, a good steak, is 121.
Yeah.
By far the best steak and drinks, man. I love that place.
I guess I need to try it out then.
You never been there?
Never been there.
Dude, the
I'm
121, the 121 Artesian Bistro, get their filet with the crab meat and the Chianti reduction sauce. Oh my god! Then they got this white chocolate custard bread pudding.
Ooh,
it's unreal, man. Like that's by far that's the one place I haven't, like, we've been going back. We go with the kids, and that's not a place we're gonna go bring the kids in, you know. But that, yeah, you and Kelly need to try that place.
We'll give it a try. Let's just run to Lake Charles one afternoon.
I'm down.
Get
dude.
a babysitter, run to Lake Charles, come back late at night.
We can go to the casino, then go eat dinner and come back home.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll get a van. We'll get the van. You know, they have that thing.
Get the Busby bus.
That too.
Yeah.
So.
12-passenger van.
All right, Dale, man, appreciate it.
Yeah,
everybody.
Man.
This has been Dale Mills, Uncle Dale.
Better than Uncle Jesse.
Better than Uncle Jesse, sitting down with us today. Dude, where can they follow you? If you're not already following this guy, follow him on Instagram and Twitter now. Apparently, give us your handles, man.
Instagram is dpmills10. Twitter is at Del P Mills. And I've actually recently I did a Facebook official Uncle Dale official.
All right.
And you know, it's not something I put out. We've got quite a bit of followers, been kind of organically on there, but I haven't like shared it.
You don't push it as much as others.
No,
that's kind of cool.
No, I don't. Like I said,
I understand some people it's their platform, but for you, I think it's just more of a plaything.
Yeah, I do.
I love it.
Hey, it's for my ego.
Yeah, gotta feed it. So
that's it. All
right, everybody. Once again, Dale Mills, Uncle Dale. Thank you for tuning in and listening. I really appreciate it. If you can, please go and if you're first time listening, please go and subscribe. If you're a returning listener, I really appreciate that you came back. Please go rate and review this. Give me 5 stars. I'm just going to ask for that. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube. Now you'll see this video episode. As always, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Say hi to your mom and them for me.